إلهي رجعت بذل افتقاري، بخوفي بضعفي، بدمع انكساري. رجعت أبوء إليك بسري، وأنت العليم بكل السرار. أحث خطايا فرارا وخوفا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back in your channel Learn with Bassam. We are still learning the Arabic language. This is lesson 9. In this lesson we are going to talk about definiteness and indefiniteness in Arabic. It's called التعريف والتنكير. Before we start the new lesson, let's have a quick review. Throughout the last 8 lessons, we started learning the first 15 letters of the Arabic alphabet. We started with the alif and finished with the dad. In the last lesson, we talked about the sad and dad letters. Here is the sad letter. It looks exactly as the dad letter, except that the dad letter has a dot above it. Here are some words that start with the sad or the dad. This first word consists of 3 letters, the sad, alif, and dal. It's read as sada. Sada is a verb. It's a past tense verb. It means hunted. It talks about animals, usually. The second word is a noun. It's derived from the verb sada. It's read as sayd. Sayd means hunting. Now the third word is also derived from sada, but it's sayyad. Sayyad is the hunter. Sayyad. Now the fourth word starts with dad letter. This is the word daraba. Daraba is a past verb. It means hit. Now darb is a noun. Darb is a noun. It starts also with dad. It means hitting. Now the last word here also starts with dad, and it's read as dariba. Dariba. It's derived from daraba also. Dariba means tax. In this lesson, lesson 9, we are going to talk about definiteness and indefiniteness as we have said. Let's talk about definiteness first. Definite means simply that we want to talk about something specific. In English, when we want to talk about something specific, we might use the definite article the. For example, we have a boy, if you want to talk about a boy, and we have the boy. For example, we have a city and the city. So if you want to talk about any boy, we say a boy. But if you want to talk about a specific boy, we say the boy. The same for the city. In Arabic, when we want to talk about something specific, we might use the prefix al, alif lam, al. For example, we say walad. Walad means a boy. But if we want to specify this boy, we say al-walad, al-walad, alif lam. Also the same for Medina. Medina is a city. But if you want to talk about a specific Medina, specific city, we say al-Medina, al-Medina. Now let's try to read the following words. This word is read as najm. Noon, jim, mim. Najm. It means a star. Now, if you want to talk about a specific star, a specific najm, how can we say it? Exactly. It is al-najm. Al-najm. Now, let's see the second word. This word is tufaha. Tufaha. Tufaha is an apple in English. Now, if you want to talk about a specific apple, how can we say it? Right, it's al-tufaha. Al-tufaha, the apple. Now, this word is read as ma'. Mim, alif, hamza. Ma'. Ma means water, any water. Now, if we want to specify the water we are talking about, we say al-ma', the water. Al-ma'. Very good. There are many other ways in which Arabic words can be made definite. These include the use of personal pronouns like ana. Ana means me. Also, we can use proper nouns to make words definite, just like the word Misr. Misr is the country Egypt. Proper nouns. Another way to make a word definite is to use the demonstrative pronouns like هذا النجم. هذا demonstrative pronouns. It means in English this star. This star. Also, we can use relative pronouns using the word which or who. Now, this is the example here is النجم الذي, the star which, and then you continue. Okay, this is relative pronouns. Also, we can use position. If we say سيارتي, سيارتي. Sayara is a car, but we say سيارتي, it means my car. Okay, my car. This is position. All these ways are used to make words definite. Now let's talk about indefiniteness. Now in English, when we want to talk about something non-specific, we usually use the indefinite articles a or an for singular nouns, of course, and no articles for plural nouns. A boy, we're talking here about any boy. An apple, also we are talking about any apple. And when we have plural nouns, we say cars. We don't need any article here. Now in Arabic, if you want to talk about something non-specific, we usually use the tanween or nunation in English. This means it's adding the n sound to the end of a noun. In writing, we just double the short vowel at the end of a noun. So the tanween occurs only at the end of a noun. We have tanween al-fatah, and tanween al-dam, this is double dhamma, un, and tanween al-kasr, double kasra, in. Here's an example. Waladun. This is tanween al-dam, double dhamma. Waladun means a boy, any boy. Waladan also is any boy. Notice when we have tanween al-fatah, we add an alif and the tanween also. Waladan. Madinatin. This is tanween al-kasr. Madinatin. When we have the ta marbuta at the end of the word like Madinah, this is ta marbuta, we add the tanween without adding an alif like in waladan. Okay, so here it is Madinatan. We already have a ta marbuta here, so we don't need the alif with the tanween al-fatah. Now let's look at this letter. This letter is the sin. Sin with the dhamma above it is pronounced as su. Now when we have tanween al-dham with double dhamma, it's pronounced as sun. Sun. Now here's again the sin with the kasra below it. It's pronounced as si. But when we have tanween al-kasr, which is double kasra, it's pronounced as sin. Now look at this scene again with the fatha above it. It's pronounced as sa, sa. But when we have a tanween al-fatah at the end of it, we add an alif, as we have said, and it's pronounced as san, san, as we are adding a noon or an an to the fatha. Now tanween is added to the end of Arabic nouns, adjectives, and adverbs fatha only. The most common words with tanween are these: marhaban, it means hi; ahlan wa sahlan, it means hello and welcome; afwan, sorry, excuse me. All these greeting words end with the tanween al-fatah. This is not arbitrary, of course, rather it is governed by rules. Let's have a look at the rules using the tanween. When a noun is in an object position, among other positions, it's assigned tanween al-fatah, double fatha. Here is an example. رأيت نمرا. رأيت means I saw. نمرا is a tiger. So I saw a tiger. Now namiran, is it in the object position or subject position? No, it's in the object position, because I saw, what did I see? I saw a tiger, a namr. So I write رأيت نمرا. So here we have double fatha, tanween al-fatah. Again, we have another example about tanween al-fatah. This is أكلت تفاحة. أكلت means I ate. تفاحة is an apple. I ate an apple. أكلت تفاحة. تفاحة also here is in an object position. So we have tanween al-fatah. We didn't add an alif like in the word namiran because we have the ta marbuta. So we add the tanween directly to the ta marbuta. Now if a noun occurs in a subject position, it is assigned tanween al-dam, double dhamma. Here is an example. قام رجل. رجل has a tanween al-dam. قام means stood up. رجل, a man. So a man stood up. The man is the subject, so it's a subject position. In this way, we add tanween al-dam. رجل, it was dhamma. We add another one, becomes tanween al-dam. رجل. Now, the noun is assigned tanween al-kasr, double kasra, if it occurs after a preposition. Here's an example. نام على سرير. سرير has a tanween al-kasr at the end of the word. Why? Because before سرير, the noun, we have a preposition which is على. نام, slept. He slept. على, on, this is a preposition. على سرير, a bed. He slept on a bed. نام على سرير. So why did we have tanween al-kasr here? Because سرير is preceded by a preposition. It's time for some practice. In the following exercise, we are going to see few words and decide if they are definite or indefinite. Now look at the first word here. It consists of 3 letters, the qaf, صاد, and ra. It's read as qasr. Is it definite or indefinite? Now if there is no alif lam in the beginning of the word, it means it is indefinite. But what kind of tanween is in the end of it? It's tanween al-dam. Tanween al-dam, double dhamma. So how can you read it? قصر. Yes, قصر. Now the second word is the plural of the first one. Is there any tanween at the end of the word? Yes, there is tanween al-fath, double fatha. How can we read it? We can read it as قصورا. قصورا. This is tanween al-fath. Now in the third word, there is something special. There is no tanween at the end of a word, and in the beginning of this word there is alif lam or al. As you remember, when we add al to the beginning of the word, any word, it becomes definite. So it is read here as al-fasl, al-fasl. Now the fourth one has tanween al-fath at the end of it. So we can read it as fudulan, fudulan. Now next word, as we can see, there is no al in the beginning of it, so it should be indefinite. And the tanween is tanween al-kasr because it's double kasra. So it's read as ardin, ardin. Next word also has no al in the beginning of it, so it's indefinite. And the tanween at the end of it is tanween al-dam, double dhamma. We can read it as dababun, dababun. Now this word has alif lam or al in the beginning of it, so we can read it as as-sabah, as-sabah, definite. Next word has also al, but at the beginning, at the end of it, there is tanween. Now, is there a problem here? Yes, because we cannot add al and add a tanween at the end of a word. So there is something wrong here. How can we read it then? How can we correct it? Now we can make it this way, al-dariba or ad-dariba. So it's definite here because we added al, or we omit the alif lam and add tanween. It becomes daribatan. Okay, daribatan. Can we make it daribatan? Yes, of course. Can we make it daribatin? Of course, yes. So it's according to its position, as you remember. Now the last word has tanween al-fath at the end of it, over the ta al-marbuta, as you remember. So how can we read this word? It's riyadatan, riyadatan, sport, riyada. Okay, now the next practice, we have some examples here for discussion. Now the first sentence here, there are two words. The first word is a verb, ra'aytu. Ra'aytu means I saw. Now here we have another word which is qasr. Qasr is a palace. Translation of it is I saw a palace. But is palace in the object or subject position? Now it's here in the object position because I saw a palace. Okay. Now what kind of tanween can we add to the second word to become correct? Yes, it's tanween al-fath. So should be read as ra'aytu, ra'aytu qasran, ra'aytu qasran. I saw a palace. Now the second sentence here consists of three words. Sakantu, I lived. Fi, in, this is a preposition. Qasr, qasr, the third word. What kind of tanween can we add to it? Remember that we said if there is a preposition before the noun, which is qasr, palace, we add tanween al-kasr. Yes, look at this. Now, sakantu, I lived. Fi, it means I lived in. Qasrin, qasrin is a palace, but it is tanween al-kasr because before the word qasr there is a preposition which is fi. Now the third sentence consists of two words only. Ja'a rajul. Ja'a means came. Rajul, a man. Now rajul, is this word in the object or a subject position? This is the subject position. So we say Ja'a rajulun. Tanween al-dam. Ja'a rajulun. Now the fourth sentence starts with Saqaytu al-hadiqa. Saqaytu al-hadiqa. Now Saqaytu means I watered. Al-hadiqa, the garden. Now is there any tanween here? Of course not. Why? Because al-hadiqa, it has no tanween. Why? Because we added al-tarif. So it is al which makes the word definite. This is al-tarif. Now next one, akaltu. Akaltu, I ate. Raghif. Raghif is a loof. So akaltu. Raghif, is it in the object or subject position? It's in the object because I ate what? A loof. So it's raghifan, tanween al-fath. Akaltu raghifan. Now the last sentence, there is the word دفعت. دفعت means I paid. ضريبة is a tax. I paid a tax. Now ضريبة, is it in the object or subject position? What did I pay? I paid a tax, so it's in the object position. So it should be read as ضريبة. دفعت ضريبة تنوين الفتح. That's right. Now in the next lesson we are going to discuss two new letters, the ta and the. This is all for today's lesson. Assalamu alaikum. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.